My dear friends, I'm asking you to stop for a moment. Close your eyes if you can, and feel this. Right now, in this exact moment, there is a version of you who is completely at peace, a version of you who wakes up without anxiety, who moves through the day with quiet confidence, who looks in the mirror and feels whole, a version of you who has everything you've been longing for, not as some distant dream, but as their lived reality, their normal, their everyday experience. That version of you, they're not waiting to be born. They exist right now, fully formed, completely real, living and breathing in a frequency you can touch from where you sit. And here's what breaks my heart. You've been so close to them this entire time, so close to slipping into that version, so close to becoming them, but something keeps pulling you back. Something keeps you tethered to the old you, the you who struggles, the you who doubts, the you who's been carrying the weight of past failures and old stories for so long that you've mistaken them for who you are. But they're not who you are. They're just who you've been aligned with. And tonight, right now, in these next moments, I'm going to show you how to break that alignment, how to release the old you, how to tune to the frequency of the new you, how to become the version of yourself who already lives the life you desire. Not someday, not when you're worthy, not when circumstances change. Now, because the new you has been waiting, patient, present, ready, and all you need is to align. Let me show you what I mean. In consciousness, in the realm where all creation originates, every possible version of you exists right now. The you who has everything you desire, that version is real, present, complete. It's not waiting to be born. It's not waiting for circumstances to change. It's not waiting for you to earn it or deserve it. It's simply waiting for you to align with it. Think of it like a radio. All the stations are broadcasting simultaneously. Every frequency, every channel, every possibility exists in the same space, but you only hear the station you're tuned to. Right now, you're tuned to a particular version of yourself, a particular frequency, a particular state, and that's the version you're experiencing. Not because it's the only version available, but because it's the one you're aligned with. Here's where most people get stuck. They try to create the new version. They try to build it, construct it, force it into existence. They think I need to work harder, do more, become better, prove myself worthy. So they hustle, they strive. They exhaust themselves trying to become someone they're not yet. But this entire approach is backwards. You cannot create what already exists. The new you, the version with your desires fulfilled, is already complete in consciousness. You don't need to create it. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to become worthy of it. You only need to align with it. And alignment isn't about doing, it's about being. When I say align with the new you, I'm not talking about pretending. I'm not talking about affirmations you don't believe. I'm not talking about acting as if while your entire being screams otherwise. I'm talking about a complete shift in frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your energy, your actions, all of them coming into coherence with the version of you who already lives the reality you desire. This is not performance. This is not facade. This is becoming. Think about how a tuning fork works. When you strike one tuning fork, another tuning fork of the same frequency begins to vibrate in response. They resonate, they align, they match. This is what you must do with the new you. You must vibrate at the same frequency, resonate with the same state, match the consciousness of the version who already has what you desire. And when you do, when that alignment is complete, you collapse into that version. You become it, not someday, now. But here's what you need to understand about alignment. The quantum field responds to your dominant signal, not your loudest one. You can say I am wealthy 1,000 times. But if your body contracts with fear every time you pay a bill, the field picks up the contraction, not the affirmation. You can visualize love all day, but if your heart is armored and closed, the field registers isolation, not connection. You can declare success constantly, but if underneath you expect failure, the field responds to the expectation, not the declaration. This is why so many people feel like manifestation doesn't work for them. They're broadcasting from two different frequencies simultaneously. The conscious mind says one thing, but the subconscious, which controls 95% of your behavior, your beliefs, your emotional patterns, is broadcasting something entirely different. And the quantum field listens to the dominant signal, the one coming from your entire system, your full vibration, not just what you think, but what you feel, what you expect, what you embody. Let me tell you about a man who came to me desperate for success. He had all the right intentions. He visualized constantly. He affirmed daily. He knew exactly what he wanted, but nothing manifested. In fact, things seemed to get worse. Neville, he said, I'm doing everything right. Why isn't it working? And I asked him, what version of yourself are you aligned with right now? He looked confused. I'm aligned with the successful version. That's what I'm visualizing. No, I said, you're visualizing the successful version, but you're aligned with the struggling version. I could see it in his posture, in his energy, in the way he spoke about his desires with desperation rather than certainty. He was trying to align with success while still being the person who doesn't have it yet. He was broadcasting from two completely different frequencies. And the dominant one, the one coming from his body, his emotions, his subconscious, was lack. So what do I do? He asked. Stop trying to create success, I told him. The successful version of you already exists. You must align with it completely, not just mentally, fully. Every part of you must resonate with that frequency. How? You must become it. Not someday when you have evidence. Now, before evidence appears. So he began to practice true alignment. Instead of thinking about success while feeling like a failure, he occupied the state of being successful. He asked himself constantly, how would the successful version of me think right now? How would he feel? How would he act? How would he carry himself? And then, this is crucial, he embodied those answers. When fear arose, he didn't push it away. He noticed it. And then he asked, does the successful version of me feel this fear? Or does he feel certainty? And he chose certainty, not as a thought, as a state, as a vibration, as who he was being in that moment. When opportunities appeared, he didn't hesitate from unworthiness. He accepted them from the consciousness of someone who expects opportunities. When setbacks occurred, he didn't collapse into defeat. He responded from the state of someone who knows setbacks are temporary redirections. Slowly but undeniably, he began to align. His entire system started vibrating at the frequency of success, not occasionally, consistently, dominantly. And then, in ways he never could have orchestrated, success began to appear. Not because he worked harder, not because circumstances changed first, because he aligned with the version of himself who was already successful. And reality had no choice but to mirror that alignment. This is what alignment actually is: coherence. Your conscious mind, your subconscious patterns, your emotions, your body, your energy, your actions, all of them broadcasting the same signal. No contradiction, no split frequency, pure alignment. Most people live in complete incoherence. They want abundance but expect scarcity. They desire love but armor their hearts. They claim confidence but move through the world with fear. This incoherence, this mixed signal is what keeps the new you out of reach. But when you achieve coherence, when every part of you aligns with the new version, the shift happens instantly in consciousness. And what shifts in consciousness must manifest in form. Now let me be very clear about something. Aligning with the new you is not pretending to be someone you're not. It's not putting on a mask. It's not performing a role. It's not faking it until you make it. It's recognizing who you already are in consciousness and allowing your entire being to resonate with that truth. The new you, the one with your desires fulfilled, is not foreign. It's not separate. It's not someone else. It's you, the you that exists in the state where your desire is already manifested. So when you align with this version, you're not becoming someone new. You're becoming more of who you already are. You're removing the layers of conditioning, limiting beliefs, old identities that have been covering the real you. You're tuning to your natural frequency, the one that's always been there waiting for you to align with it. So how do you actually align with the new you? Let me give you the exact process. First, get clear on who the new you is, not what they have, who they are. What do they believe? How do they feel? What's their natural state? How do they move through the world? Close your eyes and feel into this version, not as some distant fantasy, as a present reality that already exists. Second, identify where you're out of alignment. Where are you still thinking, feeling, and acting as the old you? Where are you broadcasting fear while claiming faith? Where are you expecting lack while desiring abundance? Where are you armored when you want to be open? Name these misalignments, because you can't shift what you won't acknowledge. Third, practice micro-alignment throughout your day. Every moment is an opportunity to align. When fear arises, how does the new me respond to this? When a decision appears, what would the aligned version choose? When old patterns surface, am I being the old me or the new me right now? And then choose, consciously, deliberately, repeatedly, not perfectly, but persistently. Fourth, embody the frequency. This is where most people stay stuck in their heads. Alignment is not just mental, it's full body, full being. How does the new you hold their body? Stand, breathe, move. What does their energy feel like? What's their posture, their tone? Embody it, physically, emotionally, energetically. Because the quantum field doesn't just respond to thoughts, it responds to your entire vibrational signature. Fifth, maintain coherence. This is the key. This is what separates those who manifest from those who perpetually chase. You must maintain alignment long enough for reality to reorganize. Not just when you feel like it. Not just when it's easy. Even when circumstances haven't changed yet. Even when doubt arises. Even when the old version tries to pull you back. You return to alignment. Again and again and again. Until it becomes natural. Until the new you is your default. Until alignment is who you are, not something you do. Here's what you must understand about how this actually works. All possible versions of you exist simultaneously in the quantum field. You're not creating them. You're not earning them. You're not building them from scratch. They're already there, fully formed, completely real. Your consciousness is what determines which version you experience. And your consciousness is determined by your alignment, your frequency, your state. When you align with the new you, when your entire being vibrates at that frequency, you collapse into that version. The quantum wave of infinite possibilities collapses into the specific reality that matches your alignment. This is not magic. This is mechanics. This is law. Now here's what I need you to understand about sustaining this alignment. You will wobble. You will slip back into the old frequency. You will catch yourself thinking, feeling, acting as the old you. This is not failure. This is being human. The power is not in never slipping. The power is in how quickly you return. Every time you notice you've fallen out of alignment and gently guide yourself back, you strengthen the new pattern. Every time you choose the new you over the old you reinforce the shift. Every time you return to coherence, you collapse the wave a little more. This is the practice. This is the work, not perfection, persistent return. So here's what I'm inviting you to do, starting right now. Choose one version of yourself to align with today. The wealthy you, the loved you, the successful you, the healthy you, the free you. Pick one. And for the next 24 hours, practice total alignment. Ask yourself constantly, am I being the old me or the new me right now? And when you catch yourself being the old you, gently, lovingly, persistently return to the new you. How would the new you think about this? How would they feel about this? How would they respond to this? How would they carry themselves right now? And then be that. Embody that, align with that. Not occasionally, constantly. Not when it's convenient, especially when it's challenging, because that's when alignment matters most. That's when you're actually choosing. That's when you're collapsing the wave. The new you is not waiting for you to become worthy. The new you is not waiting for circumstances to change. The new you is not waiting for evidence to appear. The new you is waiting for you to align, to tune to their frequency, to resonate with their state, to vibrate at their level. And the moment you do, the moment your entire being comes into coherence with that version, you become them. Not someday, not eventually, not after you've proven yourself. Now, in this moment, in consciousness, where all creation occurs. And what you become in consciousness, you must experience in form. This is law. This is how reality works. Stop trying to create the new you. The new you already exists. Your only job is to align with it, to match its frequency, to become it so completely that the old you dissolves. Align with the new you, and watch your entire world reorganize to reflect who you've become. Thank you and good evening. This is Best of Lectures. I will see you in the next video.